Good morning. We're going to cover a little bit of the background on what we need to do for the course, and I'm going to take you through a few things on this. So here we go. We're going to look at, I got to the syllabus and schedule by clicking on the syllabus and schedule link on the left navigation bar. Date of attendance, please be sure to fill this out. Just go in and it's considered a quote-unquote test. You're not graded on it, but it tells us about your attendance in the class, that you actually opened the course and that you're starting to look at the materials that we have for you. It is an important way for us as Moody to look at making sure that you're in the course. It's one of the things that we will be using as part of it's one of the ways that Moody uses this to help make sure that you get the loans and grant monies that you've applied for. So be sure to fill that out. Foundations of Learning course syllabus. This is a link that you can actually bring up and then download the syllabus. Be sure to use it as your guide as you go through the entire course. It is important that you always refer to this, especially when you begin to look at the assignments that you do, because this will have the detailed information you need to make sure you get your assignments done properly. Everything in the course is based off of the syllabus. Sometimes the information in the course has a basic outline, but the detail is in the syllabus, so be sure to always refer to the syllabus. The schedule is just a way for you to help look at all the things that are due during the week. It also has little convenient check boxes so that you can look at what you're doing for the week, and you can actually use it as a list to help check things off as you go through there. Semester calendar, you can look at that. The course description, you should be familiar with. The course objectives are also there. These are the things that we want you to know by the end of the course. Required materials, you see the 3 books that are there that you need to be sure to have as part of this particular class. The articles that we're covering, the videos that we're covering, assignments. All of the assignments are listed. You can see we have 13 different assignments for the that will be covered during the 8 weeks. And then you can see where we have the graded items, class participation, etc., all the way down. Now the class participation grade is combined with your reading quizzes as well as your discussion. So make sure that you participate in the discussion make you can see that it's 20% of the class of your course grade. So this is really important to us, and that make sure you participate in the discussion boards. And then you can see how grades are figured and where you are in terms of when you get a grade, what does it actually mean. You'll be able to see that from there. Okay, so that covers that. And so let's look at week 1. Okay, looking at week 1, here's an introduction. Please feel free to read that. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity to learn more about yourself. So the course objectives are practice participation in the online community, identify individual learning styles, differentiate between vocation and occupation. Most people think they mean the same thing. Sometimes they are not. So what you're going to be learning is how to differentiate between the two, and I think you'll find it quite enlightening. Express factors that contribute to individual academic success. So here we have our reading, our textbook requirements, and you can see where pages are that you are to read. In the textbooks, the online are PDFs often that you can just click on, or it will actually take you to the actual website where you need to read the information. You're going to be taking some self-assessment quizzes. This is just to help you understand who you are, how you learn, and what your life values are. most of you probably have at least an idea of what it is. This will help, these 3 tests will help you to further refine those or define those for yourself. So I think that's one of the things that you may find very enlightening for yourself. And then we have some audio and video that we want you to go in and look and watch. Okay, so assignment number 1 is about occupation and vocation. And this is based on your reading, so you should do your reading first and then look at your assignments. So what we want you to do is to write 6 to 12 paragraphs for the entire project and answer the following questions. What does it mean to steward our lives? Differentiate between occupation and vocation. And as you transition into the college level academic pursuits, what strategies will you employ to help manage the changes that are going to occur in your life as a result of studying here? All right. And when you're all done, what you do is you click on the link and you can submit your document through the link. Okay. Writing Skills Builder. Now this is a section where we have several of these throughout the course, and they're there to help you. This is a non-graded assignment, so you don't turn anything in, but if you go ahead and follow through with this, it will help you with your writing skills. Those of you who feel like maybe your writing skills aren't as on top as you would like them to be, this little section is designed to help you with that. Okay, the discussion board. Here we're going to talk about the inventories and the articles that you've read, and talk a little bit about yourself. You need to complete the self-assessment quizzes, and then we want you to tell us what you learned about yourself as you got to take the quizzes, you got to read them, you got to think about them. What do you think about that, and how does that describe you? Okay, so the other thing we want you to know is that we prefer that you would put your initial post in there by Friday of this week, if at all possible. We know that some people's work schedules may not allow them to do that, but as soon as you can get this done, please make sure that you do it. Why do we ask you to do that by Friday? It's important to us that you give your peers enough time to not only do their own discussion board, their original post, but it gives them enough time to then read your discussion post so that they can also respond to it by the end of the academic week. So that's why we ask you to post your discussion board, your original discussion board, by Friday, if at all possible. Okay, I think that's it. One final thing that I want people to notice is that we have a community post, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this. This is another way to get to your discussion board. But what I'm going to ask you to do is everybody is asked to do a class introduction. You'll do that. The Global Cafe, that's an area that I'd like for you to pay attention to. Only because that's a place where you can go in and you can basically talk to each other. You may not be able to get phone numbers, that kind of thing. But here's the thing, is if you have ideas, prayer requests, if you have inspirations, we want you to use this area to be able to communicate to each other. We've had people who've asked for prayers, who've told us they're going on interviews, that kind of thing. So it's really important that you use this as an area to just reach out to your peers as you go along. And you'll notice too, as you scroll down, that the discussion boards are also listed here. So this is just a second way for you to be able to reach the discussion area. Finally, I'd also like to point out is that you have an area where you can use this to ask me specific questions if you have something going on that you're not quite sure about, that kind of thing. And we have an area for course suggestions and critiques. You're absolutely welcome to come and look at this and put in information. Trust me when I say we look at all the information that you give us, all the critiques you feed us back, and we do use them to help improve the course. At the end of the semester or at the end of the term, you will be also asked to critique the class. You have an opportunity to do that at the end of the course as well. So you have numerous opportunities to help us improve the class. Okay, I think that's it. Goodness gracious, that took a long time, didn't it? All right, that's it for this morning. I wanted to welcome you to the class. I look forward to working with each of you. Thanks and have a great day.